Hello everyone, Agion here, another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the austere player, we have Rambovic. Spawn on the south side as the UKF player, we have Sir Skrubbins. So we do have potential doctrines of elite troops, I can see that. Strategic reserves, this map's a little bit too wide open for assault grenadiers, so I don't really see this being all too effective. And German infantry, quite potentially as well. We hear Commando Regiment. Possible, but I don't really see this as a commando map. And plus, Commando Regiment then tends to do better versus OKW. Special weapons. If we see light vehicles such as 222, I can see that. Ooh! Something I also notice. Dual Pioneer opener rather than MG opener. Something I do like. A dual Universal Carrier opener. So we most likely will see a media tech up to Royal Engineers. And yeah, so far a strange game. We do have MG42 on the build queue now. So far, it's going to be a very different game. And we do also see Lend-Lease. Don't see this being doctrine being utilized as two universal carriers. We have another infantry section. Who knows? Maybe that is. I have no idea what this game's going to entail. So overall, I think special weapons may be the best option for him at this point. But who knows? Speculation. MG42 now built. Looks like does build sandbags with the Pioneers. Very nice. Dual Pioneers, it does help out with capping, which does help out the slower UKF against the UKF. But this is definitely not a map for our Pioneers. Putting up some more sandbags, very nice. There's some Grenadiers over here. I would be so tempted just to finish those sandbags. Let's go ahead and finish the sandbags. We do have Grenadiers could go behind the heavy cover, Pioneers could rush on forward, and the MG42 for suppression. Universal Carrier in a bad position. He could potentially pitch in some shots right here, but it's not super great. Let's go ahead and withdraw right there. He could potentially go up for a Faust. It may not accomplish all too much, but we do get the flanking Universal Carrier hitting the MG. He's a withdrawal with this one. He's going straight into Faust range. We do have grenade research already available for the infantry section. Unusual. Holy crap, that's almost dead. That's dead. Grenadiers can go in. If he listens for it, he probably realizes he's retreating back this direction. The Grenadiers could easily swoop around there, but decides to just chase it rather than listen. So yeah, that Universal Carrier play did not work whatsoever. You have doctrinal lock-in of the German infantry. Will we see the 250s? Will we see the 5-man Grenadiers? Most likely. Will we see Stormtroopers? Unlikely. Hold the line. Assault and hold, I mean. Potentially. And fragmentation bombs? Probably. Placing the Universal Carrier, I have no idea. Repairing right in front of the Grenadiers, I have no idea. He's going to run in for a Faust. Not enough to kill it, actually. Those throw out a frag right there. The Tommies do have a pretty good range for the frags, and plus there's not a bulletin right now, but there's a bulletin for the frag grenades.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build light mechanized infantry.
Still damage. So the crit was actually repaired by the self-healing actually, so that's one thing. Do see a rocket grenade right here. Does do a significant amount of damage. He needs to go into withdrawal. It's way too low. The MG42 is being hit by the universal carrier. This engagement still here. The Pioneers will definitely lose out in the end. But these intersections may need a withdrawal sooner rather than later. There is a teller mine right there. Not sure if he saw that or not. It's pretty far forward, but he needs grenades and no Royal Engineers to repair these things. He needs Royal Engineers. He has way too much munitions expenditure. He's trying to bait the universal carrier on top of the teller mine. The squad's way too low in health. He needs to withdraw that one as well. These infantry section, they're so easy can be wiped. The Panzer Grenadier, that was quite clear that's going to happen. So he's lost 2 universal carriers and a lot of munitions and infantry section at the moment. So far, the UKF player is not in a good position. He's lost too much. He has a lot of fuel as well. He hasn't even teched up once. Nice frag there. He hasn't teched up once, so he needs... He's starved for manpower. He needs Royal Engineers for repairs, or... Not so much anymore because there's only one left. But he has so much munition expenditure, he needs to retreat back this squad. A lot of infantry units right here. He does get a Vickers, which I say is a good idea to help ward away these infantry squads, but I really don't know what to say. This unit is inside trench, just holding down that point. Way too close, way too close. That's Panzerfaust range. That's Panzerfaust. That's most likely death. Oh, it's not death. So the universal carrier does have a lot of armor it can gamble with. That was just not very good play. G42 is in a good position, but there's heavy cover right here, preventing the suppression. Those should suppress relatively soon, but he's receiving quite a bit of damage in return. Still not a single tech up. I do some quick calculations. Getting teched up will cost 145 fuel, which of course he clearly has. By the time is done, he will most likely have enough for a Cromwell, Centaur, even for a Firefly. So he needs to tech up soon in order to make usage of any of his fuel. A Centaur will do him wonders. A Firefly would be great to help round out his composition. These Grenadiers have probably got eye for a rifle grenade. Yep. Ooh. Good hit. Looks like we'll go ahead and reset up back here. Looks like he's finally teched up once. May see a frag grenade on the flank. So I'm surprised we haven't seen a 5-man squad upgrade either. The 5-man squad upgrade will go perfect with his current composition. Just more manpower, more infantry units on the field. He already has the Bren upgrade as well, so a lot of... Can't afford the Bren upgrade. He has spent so much munitions. Can't really afford the Brens. Got a Wasp as well. Will we see the incendiary grounds? We do not. He's going to withdraw that MG sooner rather than later as well.
We've been promoted. Splendid.
And dead.
Squad knocked out. Receiving
He is once again repairing the middle combat, or near combat. We don't see a medical bunker up here. I think he sort of forgot about actually upgrading it. He has a build, just hasn't upgraded it. Does throw out some fire in both directions. It's very nice. Still requires a Royal Engineer. Still needs to tech up once more. He definitely has enough fuel now for a Cromwell. There. I saw the Royal Engineer on the build queue,
The bunker is now a field
but he has way too much munitions expenditure. I'm sort of surprised he went for Commandos as well. I mean, he doesn't have the munitions to afford this, as well as all the Brens, all the universal carrier repairs, all the grenades. He does not have enough munitions for this doctrine.
trying to take one of our points.
Does he want Commandos themselves? Not super great on this map. A lot of ambush opportunity, however. An AEC. An AEC on the build queue. That is something I highly, highly disagree. It's way too late. There's no targets for it.
A capture point.
Not even a bunker for it to flank. Its infantry damage is not super great.
The enemy cut our supply line. Repairs complete and everything works.
Panzer Grenadiers going for a rush on forward. Does go ahead and throw a bundle. Let's get some nice suppression. Do actually see some stormtroopers. Does throw out smoke. It is doing quite a bit of damage with the Wasp. We are seeing a bunker right now. It does upgrade the Pioneers with a 5-man squad. Do see the medic upgrade. And we will in fact see the Faust. The AEC is now out. The Faust just got off cooldown.
Ready to roll. Enemy squad has a target. They're hitting our side. The squad's
And there goes another infantry section.
Work to construct a new company command post is finished.
It is definitely in Faust range, it's not in vision.
Standing by.
No MG42 right now in that bunker.
Reinforcements complete. Let's be attacking our flanks.
Does finally get a good shot right there.
Go.
That's because these guys are so low in health. He does actually was using the wait. The ability was not on cooldown. Not sure where all that healing come from. I think it was related to the 5-man squad upgrade. Don't think it.
We have a mortar team available for deployment.
Provides free healing. That's it. Say one of the best things that comes from the 5-man squad upgrades is actually the 5-man pioneers. We can also get a flamethrower with them. It makes them actually quite good, as well as the half tracks to go along with them. Have your own sort of flamer car.
AEC ready to move.
Panzerfaust? Nope, not enough munitions. But you could try feigning a Panzerfaust like right now. Does not have enough incendiary rounds either. AEC getting all those shots off, but isn't doing crap. Those two grenadiers we saw going down earlier, that was it. Let's get a snare on the AEC now. We don't see a PAC-40. I'm so surprised. We saw that AEC for quite some time, but no PAC-40 doesn't actually have the tier structure for it. It is up to all the way up to Battle Phase 3, so we'll most likely see a Panther or Brumbar. Don't think we'll see a Panzerwerfer, though he does have the bulletin for it.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Panzer Grenadiers, very close range. We'll definitely rip apart this intersection in no time.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Throws out Bundle there, but was a large miss. Does throw out Frag there, but does get one of the models and ward him away. No structure for that line of tech, though he can definitely afford it, and probably should actually start building it. You have a glider now coming on in. Goes out Incendiary Grenade. The Incendiary Grenade, of course, is damage over time, but two of the models are still sitting in there. Do have the commandos now out on the field. MG42 is setting on up. Does not have access to the smoke grenade. Mortar does get a nice hit in there. Wards away the... Oh, but we will see a Gammon. Oh, that was a good Gammon. Needs to withdraw. That's way too low in health. AC now moving on forward. I'm not surprised we haven't seen more Brens. We do have quite a bit of munitions available for the UKF player, but Brens would be quite nice. Stormtroopers could be upgraded with Panzer Shreks or the Panzer Grenadiers. He needs some AT in order to help deal with his armor, though they're not super high threatening. So far this match is so strange. I have no idea what to make of it. That bunker doesn't even have an MG in it. Over here, this area has not been touched at all. You got two munition caches. That's unusual, to say the least. We do also have the mortar cover coming on in. So we do have white phosphorus mortars as well as smoke mortars coming in. And some regular high explosive. Cannon bomb does come through, destroys the sandbags, but nothing much. He is getting caught in by his own white phosphorus, and the incendiary grenade will do quite a bit of damage. Let's get one of the models there, sort of dancing around, and does eventually get out. Rainier's not capturing that point. We're approaching field for the, what's it called? Panther. Panther will be a hard counter to the AEC. You have a number of Panda Shreks. Both the Stormtroopers have Panda Shreks now. 2 hits right there. The AEC needs to get back on home, get repaired up. We do see... Oh, Oh, the glider is not in. I don't think it can actually. Oh, no, it can reinforce. It can be out of territory. Why is there? There goes the universal carrier. But why is he building forward HQ? There's forward reinforcements right here. Does he want medical healing? Does he want a forward retreat point? Why is he building a forward assembly? There goes a gamma bomb.
The enemy have destroyed an engineer section.
There goes the Royal Engineer as well. Commandos will probably go down as well. Yep, there goes the Commandos. As well as the
Forward position has been destroyed.
forward HQ. And there goes the Vickers. One shot away from death, the Royal Engineers did manage to repair it up by a small amount. The AC may have been left out to dry. Anstrek is reloading, aims, and does not fires. Other one does not fire. If he forward a force fire the ground, he would have gotten it. Let's throw out smoke with the stormtroopers. Goes down incendiary grenade by the stormtroopers. Their smoke grenade and incendiary grenade do not share a cooldown. More stormtroopers are being called on in.
Grenadiers reporting. Standing by. Pioneers awaiting orders. Pioneers ready for anything.
Frag does come out, so is a rifle grenade. Oh, nope, that was the incendiary grenade. Wait, was there a rifle? There was a rifle, incendiary, and Mills bomb. A lot of munition expenditures from both sides. Looks he does find the cache, throws a regular frag on it. Guess he does not have hammer. He actually finally did tech up, but he really should, perhaps he should get a hammer in order to get those gamma bombs to help destroy those caches. No SMG upgrade. We do got another Mills bomb. Still doesn't destroy the cache. Does get one of the models. And Pioneers in the area should be able to repair it up. No problem. We do have a Centaur tank out on the field. This, of course, will provide him some air cover, but there's only the fragmentation bomb. Highly unlikely will shoot him down before it actually bombs its target.
We're losing a capture point. Machine gun shooting at us. Bloody infantry.
Centaur will provide a huge problem. There's a lot of manpower here, so you can easily get a Panther to deal with the Centaur. So, dealing with it's not a huge issue. I'm so surprised he hasn't gotten Panther earlier. He has enough manpower and fuel for it.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. That's everyone. Grenadiers ready. Watch for counterattacks.
Bunker still has not been upgraded for MG42, so losing it's not a huge problem.
Structure under attack.
There's also smoke on it. Interesting, but force fires the ground. I like the smoke, just not very useful. You have a Comet tank on the build queue, still no Panther on the build queue.
Frontier building has been lost.
3 sets of Stormtroopers, I highly disagree with that.
Colony is ready for anything.
This replay, ugh, not very good.
We are losing a sector.
A lot of units just standing around, not doing anything. A lot of questionable choices, like, that's still the one. Panther, Broombar, Panzerwerfer, something to spend that fuel. He has enough fuel and manpower and CPs for a Tiger tank. A Tiger Ace. Now, of course, he didn't choose Doctrine with that, which is more, that's fine. But still, he should be able to use a fuel point for the Panther. By the time he gets one Panther, he'll have enough for another Panther. Comet tank is now out. 2 munition caches at this point has actually been paying quite good dividends. Using a lot of frags, a lot of incendiaries.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So the Stormtrooper force of withdrawal. The Vickers down over here has been decrewed. This Vickers has not been decrewed. You have Panther in the build queue. Soon he should have 2. Second Comet is on the build queue. Both sides just had so much fuel. There is a teller mine there. If you were to notice the formation, that was dead giveaway that there's a teller. Panzerfaust has been used, but it's currently on recharge. Does throw out a frag there. Only gets 1 model. Not enough munitions for another Panzerfaust. He needs the munitions. 2 munitions caches is not enough. There we go. He got stopped by the point. Another Panzerfaust should come in, no problem. Doesn't come in. Still just dancing around. Has Panther rallied back here, not doing anything. Teller mine here. Teller mine successful. Panther on hold fire, not prioritize vehicles. Second Comet tank is now out. Both these Stormtroops have... No, this one does not have a Panzerschreck. Finds the other teller mine. He needs to get these Panthers in now. Or Panther. Rolls a miss. That pen. That pen. 1 shot away from death. And there we go. First dead Comet. Centaur is still alive. Army squad may in fact go down. There's a lot of infantry units here. Yes, will go down. Panzerfaust will connect. We do got a snare there. Pioneers repairing middle combat, which the Comet doesn't exactly have HE rounds, so they can actually repair in combat with very little fear of reprisal. We do have the mortar cover coming in. Panther rolls a miss. Comet rolls a hit. The mortar cover here will of course provide line of sight blockers. Wait, does the White Phosphorus not provide line of sight blockers? I thought it did. And he needs to retreat back to these guys. They're just going to be ripped apart by the White Phosphorus and the gun. Centaur pitching in damage with still the broken engine. Panther needs repairs. He does still have the 2 Pioneer squads. The other one's back at home. Has enough fuel and manpower for another Panther. That would definitely be his best option. His opponent is lacking infantry. He lost a large number of infantry sections. He is getting another squad of Royal Engineers for repairs.
enemy is attempting to steal our sector. We have a full complement standing by. Ready.
This Comet still has a damaged engine. He can go in, kill it off the Panther, but he sees these shots. He knows where the Comet is. Rolls a bounce there. Rolls a bounce there.
We have 200 points remaining.
There we go. Penetrating shot. We do got the Royal Engineers now trying to repair. Middle combat. Throws out a smoke round from the Comet. Force fire ground. And throw a frag on top of the Pioneers. We got another mortar cover being brought on in. We got a nice penetrating shot there. Does get the main gun destroyed. He needs to go in. He needs to go in. Doesn't need to repair. He needs to go in. Saw another Panther build queue, which he really needs to do. Maybe not really need to, based on the play. He could easily go for a Brumbar Panzerwerfer. But he should have killed that Comet tank. There was no reason for that not to go down. He had plenty of health. He had no fear snares. Good use of the mortar smoke. Oh, Panther could clean house. I'm sort of harping that on too much. Do have knife Mills bomb right there. All of these infantry just being held back to support. Very poor control by the austere player. Panzerstrike upgrade was not needed. He'd go for a second Panther. Oh, that's dead AEC. I was saying before, the Panzerstrike upgrade was not really needed. He hasn't seen any huge response to really warrant it. He already has a lot of Panzerstrikes as well. One of the Stormtroopers have Panzerstrike, the Pioneers picked up Panzerstrike. He knows where the AEC is, not the AEC, the Centaur is, so he can go in and kill that off. Did he get hit by his own bundle grenade? MG42 running straight into the fire though, Lee Enfields.
Enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
Apparently, the austere player has enough fuel and manpower, I think, for 2 Brumbar. 150, check. He has 300. 420, times that by 2. Yep, he has plenty. He had 900. Reinforcing, of course, does consume quite a bit of manpower. We have a second Comet tank on the build queue. Those are all nice smoke.
Comet tank.
2 comets are on the field, so a second Panther is more than warranted.
Point is being overrun.
So he does have... Ooh, that was a good hit.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
At a pack 40, with that much amount of fuel, something I haven't been focusing on is how much population cap he has. I think he had plenty of population cap for another Panther, which would really help him out. Or Broombar. He needs to stop. He needs to prioritize fire on that infantry section. Looks like we got the Panzerstrix not engaging the what's it called, the comet tank. 6-pounder is now moving forward. He does spot this now second comet. The Panzerstrix are in a good defensive position for it. Loses a model there. He needs to retreat back now. He is way too low in health.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Good spot for the Mortar team will be right around here, providing some line of sight blocker, though that's actually all gone now.
Increase your efforts.
Another good spot could be over here behind this heavy cover, or behind this tree. Line of sight blockers really do help out mortars.
Pioneers awaiting orders. It's done. Pack crew is ready.
Panther now fully repaired. Does get nice 2 penetrating shots there with the comets. The pack 40 isn't set up yet. Panther's not severely wounded. Does get a snare there by the Royal Engineers. Got a roll bounce there, which saved the Panther for a time being. There goes that comet tank, but got the Panther rolling another bounce, receiving another bounce. Let's get another nice shot there. Is F-51 could use target weak point. Take does get the Panther take right there. Does get 1 penetrating shot there upon retreat. Wow, that's a lot of Panzerstrix. And that's a lot of Panzerstrix. 4 Panzerstrix shots will take out a comet, no problem. Josh Deere player still has plenty of fuel. Can at this point a Broombar will be an excellent option. Mortar cover now coming on in. Actually finally using his units and actually using assault and hold. We have another Panther in the build queue. I would say that's a relatively good idea, though there's not anything really to engage it, but that's because we have Caster 2020 vision. But he's probably expecting more armor, but his opponent has way too little manpower. He lost every single infantry section. Nope, didn't have vision on that Centaur. We'll see a Panzerfaust, no problem. A lot of Panzerschrecks. Needs another Panzerschreck or Panzerfaust in order to kill it off. Or a Panzerschreck. Or anything really that can penetrate it at this point. If you were to stop moving, fire, dead. Panther's now out, but nothing really to engage it. But it can be quite nice to have that just on hand. Frag grenade does do quite a bit of damage to the stormtroopers. Not a good spot for the stormtroopers as well. They need to be ambushing. I think there's a smoke grenade there by one of the stormtroopers. And looks like the austere player finally learned how to blob. You can get a couple free weapon teams. One here, here, and here. He has 3 units with 4 members. So that would be a lot of HMGs to help him secure the map. But he doesn't go for it.
The enemy is taking our territory.
We do see actually S minefield here. Can't really tell how many mines are left. It's at least 1. There's 3. I think there's 4 or 5 of them left. We do have Assault and Hold being activated. Do have... Is that a Cromwell? Yeah, we do have a Cromwell on the field. Maybe it's able to be the best option for the UKF player. He knows there's a huge amount of Panzer strikes on the field. Ideally, I would say Churchill, but that's not an option because he already went for a hammer instead of anvil. The Centaur would be good, though you still have to be worried about the Panther in general. The Cromwell may be his best option. Get a couple of them out. Cinder Grenade does come out on top of the MG. As hit there are 2 Panzer Strikes here. 1 hits. The other one's eyeing for a Cinder Grenade on top of the MG. Goes out Smoker there. He's going to force fire the ground. Nope. Does use it to cover his retreat, however. Saw the AT gun before. A Panzerwerfer would be quite good. I think that would be better than the Broombar at this point. He is pretty high in pop cap, and I believe the Broombar takes less population. Or the Panzerwerfer. Only by 2, but it'll be a good idea.
We've 100 points left.
With Austere managed to come back, he had quite little tickets and but have been sustaining a triple cap in his favor for quite some time.
We've 75 points remaining.
A lot of Panzerstrikes coming on in. A lot of Panzerstrikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I counted 5.
No need for panic, but we've only got 50 points left. Enemy got one of our squads.
You have a frag being brought out on top of these stormtroopers. Does do a nice dodge there, but he's way outgunned.
Threatening a capture point. The enemy only
There goes that squad. I think the S minefield really did a number on them.
commandos ready to go.
You got a glider section being brought on in, but there still will be a cap in favor of the austere player. I think the gliders. I didn't see where it landed. I think it's going to be called in around here.
Ready for action.
Glider has landed. There are no more S mines. The prop signs are now gone. Those disappear if all the mines have been detonated or cleaned.
Grenade! Shite!
Let's throw incendiary grenade right there, but they're both long-range units. It's not going to do much. It's hoping that he walks through it, but he did not. We will see a gammon bomb in return, which when the models tend to stay right there. Armo super wounded.
Your commandos are ready.
We have another squad of commandos now being called on in. He will most likely lose. Nope. Not much fire. No, not much chase on those commandos. We have another squad of a glider being called in. This general location, I'm assuming. Nope, right on top of the other glider. Yep, right on top of the other glider. So the hold is still activated. Let's throw out Gammon on top of this sandbags. We do not a huge amount of damage. There's a lot of guys here. Commandos are unable to assault and hold the area. A lot of Panzerstrikes coming on in. No Panzerfaust. Auto grenade tried to hit the Row Engineers, but does not. But the Panther here will go ahead and kill off the Cromwell.
Swines just knocked out a vehicle.
Lots of smokes being thrown. That's always nice to see. One glider is destroyed. There's still another glider here.
Forward position.
Nice Gammon.
We only have 10 points left.
Currently, the UKF player only has 4 tickets, so he can need to recapture this point. This point is now under assault as well. He can send the Pioneers here to help ward it away. And why do people keep on using incendiary rounds if it does nothing? Frag does come on in, only gets 1 model, however. Incendiary grenade does come on in. Incendiary grenade once again, which will ward away those units. He's very low on on health, so he may want to fall back. Hard assault over here. When the Royal Engineers may go down, we got a Gammon bomb right here. Does do quite a bit of damage, but not a whole lot. We do got some bolt action stormtroopers, which may be a bit better at this point rather than the SMG stormtroopers.
Army commandos ready to go.
More commandos trying to come in and try to secure that point. Stormtroopers trying to capture up this point here. However, it's coming down the wire. There's a double cap in favor of the allied player, which is actually quite important. He's not capturing this point. It's bleeding his opponent's tickets quite heavily. They'll throw out another incendiary, and there we go. Got this capture right there. Nothing guarding this point here, but he does not know about it. Commandos engaging at close range. Pioneers trying to pitch in whatever pathetic damage they can do. Panther's trying to move in, but there's nothing for him to really engage. He does finally get the pintle mount.
The enemy's down to their last 10 points. Tally ho!
Incendiary grenade on top of the MG, very nice. The other point not captured, but nobody's in the air to secure it. Stormtroopers cannot be called in the area either.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take
The point is not being captured. Commando's trying to move on forward.
An HMG crew has been lost to enemy action.
2 tickets, and not in the capture point anymore. That's game. That was another hard game to watch. This is Agion saying thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with me.